Guys, it is that time of year. Lots of you will be out in the plaza shopping this Christmas. Here to help us with how you should be navigating those stores and your purchases, we've got Communications Specialist at the Consumer Affairs Commission, Dorothy Campbell. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good to see you. We usually see you at this time of year, which means there's something that our viewers need to know. This is the time of year when people try to take advantage. Is that a fair assessment to make?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell us about some of the things that you found happening at this time of year, and then we'll get into some of the tips.
Well, the precautionary thing is to ensure that whatever you do, that you take time out to do your due diligence. And we always say at the Consumer Affairs Commission, at this time of the year, it's safety everywhere. So safety of your personal property, safety of your equipment that you're buying, safety of the foods you eat, because that's when we eat a lot of foods and leftovers and so on. So and safety of the family as well, the kids.
Let's start with the appliances. Lots of people going to stores. I might buy a toaster for Christmas. I just take the box. I don't check anything. I give it to them. It don't work. Which is highly likely because I can mash it up before I give you.
Right.
That's for fun. But you are saying we should test. When you say due diligence now, especially with appliances, what does that mean? Talk us through it.
It means when you go to the store, first of all, we have access. We have our smartphones and we have the internet. Do some research. See what kind of equipment you need, for what purpose. Then you select the item. Then you can check online as well, because a number of stores have online access to see what is available and check the cost. Then when you go in to purchase, make sure you have someone test the item.
Plug it in.
Plug it in and test it.
Works.
See that it works and ensure that it works before you leave the store.
Okay.
Also ensure that you get a written warranty. So you know if you get home, which sometimes happens, and it doesn't work.
You plug it in and it don't work.
Then you know what to do. You'll have those options of whether it's on labor, whether it's on parts, whether it's exchange, So make sure those policies of the store is clear so that when you walk away, you have some kind of redress.
Yes. I was reading that the last financial year you gave back $21.5 million. I know you can't go through every single item, but for what reasons would you have given back consumers' money?
Well, the reasons vary, but at the top of the list each year, it's the appliances and electronic items.
Yeah, faulty.
And and not only that, I think sometimes persons make the purchases prior to, and very often it's the larger items.
What do you mean prior to?
Prior to doing the due diligence.
Okay.
So they would have gone to a sale, they would have gotten a discount. The item would have been installed either by the store technician or by themselves. Something goes wrong, and then we have to go back and seek redress on their behalf to say...
It can't be because the stores didn't realize. In other words,
maybe there's some people who want to get all their goods out for Christmas and put stuff out.
Would the stores know that maybe this is not the greatest item in life, but are still selling it?
We don't want to assume that the stores would do this deliberately.
So why would it happen?
What we want to say to consumers is when you're going to purchase an item, make sure you understand the policy.
Let's talk about the policy
before you actually take it home, because it could be a washing machine.
Yeah. What about the stores
an electric
who say
stove?
No refund, no exchange, or you can change your goods but you can't get back your money? Which policies are we to be aware of, and how do we know when we're getting duped?
Well, under the Consumer Protection Act, you have a right, when your rights have been breached, to refund, repair, or some form
Always?
of... Yes.
So any store that says you bought this and it's yours, don't come back, that's wrong?
That's wrong. If the sign says no refund, no exchange, they can put any sign they want in the store. However, if the right of the consumer has been breached, we need the store owners to remember that that's where we step in.
Well, hang on, Ms. Dar. So if me have a store and me I sell the TV and I put up big sign, no refund, and you still come and buy it, and something go wrong and you come back, then you say you never see this.
No, but the law supersedes whatever sign you would put in your store, and the Consumer Protection Act states categorically that the consumer has a right to repair exchange.
It's a very
So
important
why
point.
then would they put up that sign?
Because they have it's their space. They can put that
They want to
sign there.
indemnify
There's no
themselves.
law. There's no law against them putting that sign there. Let's say that they can put the sign there because it's not illegal. However, if the rights of the consumer has been breached, that's where we step in, and that sign becomes null and void.
All right, let me ask you this then. Is there any way I could take it back and legally I can't get back either my money or an exchange?
If it's not working?
Right.
Legally,
Yeah.
if you deliberately damage the item, if you simply change your mind, we don't support just simply changing your mind. You buy an item and you say, "Oh, I wanted the
green one instead."
The green one instead of the red one." You know, we don't support that kind of.
When you say you don't support, but what if I did that legally?
Because
do I
very
have a right
often,
to-
no, legally you don't. But very often, our complaint officers will negotiate with the
Okay.
merchants because of the relationship they
Yeah.
have to say, please, just, good customer service. Can you exchange?
Right.
It's not
Good
damaged.
customer
It's in the
service.
box. It has not been used. Can you please exchange? And they will acquiesce. But generally, we don't encourage that kind of
Okay.
thing.
Okay.
Price gouging, popular this time of year. It used to
Well-
cost $10 2 months ago. For Christmas, it's $50.
We don't use that term
What you
because
call
in
it?
the law we can't prove. But what we say is excessive pricing.
You can call it.
So
whatever.
if we are monitoring items and the consumer has brought to our attention that there's excessive pricing, then we'll investigate. And we will quietly behind the scenes. We don't try to load up the merchant and browbeat them. We will write, our CEO,
Right.
Dulce Allen, will write to them and say, listen, we have noticed XYZ. We're asking if you could desist.
Yeah. The fact
You
that
know.
you got back 21.5 million would suggest that the sellers are willing to say, all right, I made a mistake.
Some of them. We have to push really hard. We have to be insistent and we have to be firm and persistent because some of the situations take quite a while to resolve because persons are not willing to refund the
Star, are
money.
we making progress? I know in the States the consumers' rights are very, very clear and very staunch, and they don't play over there. Buy an item, you catch it back, nobody complains. Are we moving? Are we getting to the point where our store owners or what you call them? Commercial entities, are they becoming more aware and more respectful of consumers' rights?
Not enough. Not enough.
We still have some work to do.
We still have some work to do, and I still don't like to compare us to the United States.
Why not?
Simply because we are in a different market space. Our market is smaller. The merchants are more, I'm not speaking on behalf of merchants, but the merchants are more vulnerable to loss. They have a replacement mechanism for goods so they can exchange it much faster and recoup. And also, we have to watch the news. The consumer protection agencies in jurisdictions that we love to speak about are not necessarily on firm footing right now. So we have to start now to compare ourselves to say we are not getting to the place where we want to be.
But don't you have to
So,
benchmark yourself again?
We have to benchmark ourselves. Well, we go for the best, and sometimes we
Yes.
benchmark against Canada or the EU or the other territories that are doing some of the things that we would like to do.
Yeah.
The Consumers International is based in the UK. We are a member of 150 countries, 200 different organizations, and we use their research and their campaign platforms to map.
We have to go. How does the customer get to you?
Well, if you have a complaint, you can call us at 906.
Right there, 5425.
Yes, or you can check us on Facebook, inbox us. We've been getting a lot of complaints. And you can walk into the office, 34 Trafalgar Road, or in Mandeville, Caledonia Avenue, or in Montego Bay.
All right. Thanks a lot for
we'll
coming.
be
This is
responding
your busier
to you.
time of year, don't it?
Yes, January.
Oh,
When
yes.
everybody wants to
Yes.
carry it back.
Yes,
No.
yes. So
Thanks for coming.
thank you for having me.
Communications specialist with the Consumer Affairs Commission, Dorothy Campbell.